Greetings, fellow Ambazonians. This is Chairman Capo Daniel of the People's Right Advocacy Platform, PRAP. I also serve as a Deputy Chairman of APJ, the Alliance for Peace and Justice. This is our daily podcast from PRAP to you, the Ambazonian people, and it also reinforces the vision of the APJ. Today, I want to keep you in the same zone. Today is number 5 day for this month for December. The first thing I want to do, I have a very important communication, but first I want to give you this message, which is part of our public campaign to build the capacity of our people to be able to make progress. There is this audio circulating in our social media back home that is very concerning and have raised a lot of anxiety amongst our people. Listen to the audio.
As this was on the year I'm so now Lieutenant Aso Boyan for Garoua the top.
So
I beg una be very careful.
as una hear,
The way we do work at this.
the person identifies himself as a lieutenant for Cameroon military, where they say for northern part of Cameroon. And he talk say me people they do careful, say people then they work and look body part for people then for sell them. And our people they be very concerned. I want me gonna know say with this Android period of technology, there are many people where they see them like a fun, an experiment, social media experiment, where they make messages and for see how far it will go, for affect people their life, for them na a joke, na a game. This one, someone that they been a political tool, someone that they just been a people where they make experiment with people, social media experiment. When una hear this type of message, the first thing I say, una don't ever hear a lieutenant commander for any Cameroon military or any military for some place, he make audio for send and for public. Now the first question that no, it be unusual. So now probably lie because military them, they always be disciplined for the two they put them for public space. The second thing I say, it talk say people then cut 20 people their head. Ask yourself, say if some military or police, even if now amber boy them, then cash man way then cut up to 20 people their head and people that intestine them. They not go put them for news me or man see them. So if nothing way it be so outrageous, you know there for news, you know there for any credible source of information or mainstream media, no become anxiety, no become raise your anxiety. Just ignore them because you not be credible. Begin get place and where you look credible information, like for this platform and other people the way they don't always be principle driven. That way your anxiety them it could be lost. So we believe say they want a fake message. May what people they not become anxious, me then forget them, begin to live their life, but be vigilant during this time for Christmas because a lot of things that happen. Now, for our daily brief today, I want to tackle something will be important. There is this message from Pastor Ambe or Apostle Ambe, as he called himself, where he talks say the struggle for Ambazonia. I go read them. I'm not gonna hear. I think I will also put the screenshot. It will be circulated by Cameroon, their propagandists, where Pastor Ambe he talks say they put a Bakwere man president to drag Southwest people to support the struggle. Southwest people are not in the struggle. And first of all, wait till I want to talk now. Say he echo a political agenda for the CPDM Central Committee for their failed divide and rule policy what go come for. But for Apostle or Pastor Ambe Valentine, I want to ask you say General Sagad na graphic boy na Northwesternan, Ebenezer Akwanga na Northwesternan, Molanjo Lutumbe na Northwesternan, Tapang Ivor na Northwesternan na Southwest Pikin. Even Julius Ni, we did for Ayabachoy group, na Pikin for Lebialem. The Ambazonian fighter, the way they for Mountain Lions, General Sky, are those Ambazonians, are those Northwesterners. So, the people who create the IG, Agbo Bala, who started this struggle with the consortium, is he a Bamenda man? So these things are just divide and rule people who are trying to sow confusion. Remember that even the Cameroon government, their own special status, it is defined as a special status which identify both the Northwest and Southwest region as a single entity based on our historic origin as the Southern Cameroon. So there is no place and there is no truth in what these propagandists they try to instill in our people, a spirit of divide and rule. But I'll get to that shortly. I want also to play a clip of Archbishop Andrew Kia, the head of the Catholic Church of Cameroon as a whole, who hails from our origin, the speech he made regarding the debate in the Grand National Dialogue, as we seek to address and show the loopholes and the weakness and the failure of this project so that we can make our proposition better. Listen to him.
In several occasions, advocating for peace, you also
did a 2-hour interview with Radio Evangelium of Manfred to explain to the people what had happened in dialogue. What happened? When we went in for a grand dialogue, I must be clear to you, the bishops of this province had already put out a memorandum to the Prime Minister in preparation for the dialogue to stand for federation. We said federation. And this is how we went into the dialogue. Now, this is what I want to explain to your televiewers.
Right.
When we went into that dialogue and we started talking, this was still the opening of the dialogue. It was Chief, the late von Mukete, who got up and he made an analysis. All the videos are still there. Von Mukete started by saying that the position of the Southwest was that they don't want to have anything to do with the Northwest. And that if they are talking about federation, the Southwest position was that they didn't want any federation as long as that would have them to do with the Northwest. We're all in this hall. And Mukete went back to history to analyze the divisions and the disagreements between Southwest and Northwest, and that federation on condition that Southwest and Northwest are not together. Now, when he said this was the position that the Southwest brought to dialogue. And the Southwest said, 10-state federation. They were for federation, but 10-state federation. One man from the east and one from the north got up and said, look, we have never been a state. Why do you want to force us into statehood? You say you want 10 states. Why are you forcing us to be a state? You were a state, you know what it means. We have never been. So only one state. Big argument broke out in the hall. And in the end, it is some lawyer who got up and went back to the Constitution and said, okay, with these arguments, there is provision for special status. Okay. So let us go back now to this Constitution and see how this special status can help Northwest and Southwest remain a little bit independent, but at the same time, not within the Federation. This was a compromise position that came out of the dialogue because the Southwest position was that they wanted federation but nothing to do with the Northwest. These are clear facts of history that we lived through in the Grand National Dialogue. So now people are arguing, oh, they want federation, they want this and the other. We sat in that hall and this is how the word special status came about. This is something that we can say is the fruit of the dialogue. And since then, what I think is that the decentralization process and the process of the independence or the autonomy of the regions has to be hastened. We are doing a lot of talking and very little is happening practically. The regions should be empowered and the regions should be able to take their own development into their hands. then this problem will take a different dimension. This is the fruit of the dialogue.
Okay.
And so we cannot say nothing happened in the dialogue. And I want this history to pass very clearly how special status came about. Because of the disagreement that occurred in the hall between Northwest and Southwest. This is how we quarreled in the hall. It was a very big quarrel. Since I am a man of many worlds, I unfortunately found myself between the Northwest parliamentarians and the Southwest parliamentarians. So I was the one who was almost dividing the fight in the hall with Bishop George Nkwo. This is a reality. So people just come and enter the story in chapter 3. They don't understand how it came about. And this is what I want our televiewers to understand.
So as you can hear from Archbishop Andrew Kia, the whole issue was articulated and pushed by a member of the CPDM Central Committee, the issue to divide the Northwest and the Southwestern people, Bamenda people as they want to call it, separate us, and they usually want to use the Bakwere tribe. Remember that even in Southwest, the Bakwere and Bangwa people, they are not seen eye to eye. There are always division. We have intertribal war, intercommunal war. It is very commonplace. But do not mistake administrative division to become a national or a people's projection. So don't forget that. You cannot say the Bangwa people are different from the Bakwere people or they are not from Southwest. That is just stupidity. So these are the facts which I want to bring to our people. They should understand that administrative division is good to have decentralized and a tribal reflection of a territory for administrative purposes is actually good and efficient to lead a country. And we should not allow it to be exploited by those who seek to undermine our national projection or our projection as a people. Because the peace plan have also envisaged this and proposed a vision. We have a vision for our territory in this light. That is why they divide us. They want to divide the Anglophone, the Bamenda people or the Northwesterners and Grafi people from the Southwesterners by having two separate House of Assemblies, two separate House of Chiefs, which we don't agree. It defeats the purpose of a single or their special status. It defeats the purpose of solving the root causes of our people being one and indivisible. Mind you that this division is not something from La République. This division does not mean separation, which is what they want to distort. Between 1919 to 1946, during the period of the League of Nations, the British government divided Southern Cameroon into two provinces. One province was the province of Bamenda province, and the province of Victoria, the Victoria province. So the Bamenda province was mainly aligned with the Tika tribe, the Mbororo tribe, and the Mbantu tribes. That is the Grasfi area. These tribes were grouped as the Bamenda province with the capital in Bamenda. And then you now have the Victoria province, which was mainly the coastal and mountain regions of the Oroko tribes. These are some of the tribes who were even part of Nigerian before the coming of the white man, before coming of colonialism, the Oroko Confederation that exists before, predates colonialism. These were for administrative purposes and for effective governance, not for separation. So we had the Bamenda and the Victoria province, which have existed during the British period of the time of the League of Nations, which were simply abandoned because the British failed to appoint a commissioner for Bamenda province, but the commissioner was appointed for Victoria province. The capital of Southern Cameroon, which was a capital including the part of Bamenda province, was in Buea. So the Victoria province included major towns like Kumba, Limbe, and Buea. This is for your reference. So do not mistake what we call socio-political regional identity from a people's identity. We are defined as a people, as one people who have a right of self-determination that was exercised during the United Nations mandate of the trustee territory as in the plebiscite for us to join Cameroon. The right of a people, the right of self-determination does not expire. It has been asserted in the successful case of the Mbanjun application that pits the people of Southern Cameroon and the state of Cameroon. So you should know this one, and do not allow division or divide and rule tactics to succeed and have its root in our people. The people of Southwest and Northwest are one people. The territory of Northwest and Southwest have a single integrity that must be protected. The PRAP suggestion, which I think the proposition of the APJ in the peace plans paper, envisage a single or common session that projects this entity as one. A joint session or a single house of legislature and house of chiefs is envisaged. These are part of our proposition in the peace plan paper. We want to educate and raise the issue, especially when the other side is propagating their propaganda, so that we counter it and we provide our people a vision we have for our people, for autonomy through devolution of power, constitutional power, for exclusive jurisdiction over this area. So this is our vision, and it is based on truth. It is based on our historic facts. The Cameroon government have said that they want to genuinely tackle the root causes, and it should be examined in fact, in historical record that have references, not made up propaganda by the CPDM Central Committee, our late Honorable Fon Mukete, with all due respect. People like the former Prime Minister in the Southwest and all the CPDM core people have been trying to inject this divide and rule, which is counterproductive. It is not patriotic. This is hate speech. When they do this, it's hate speech. It drives hatred against the Bamenda people. Yes, the population in the Northwest is higher, but it is the strength of the Southwest. The resources of the Southwest is the strength of the people of the Northwest. It is a single territory. We are one people, one territory, single history, single integrity of our sovereignty and territory, and we must vigorously defend it based on solid grounds and legal grounds, so that we can better make a case for our people and protect their interests. God bless you.